Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gilbert Tiger Baseball. First game of the season here, and first anything for sports in Iowa, for school in Iowa, since the day before Gilbert left for spring break. And so it's really quite an event. As far as the camera goes, we'll do our best. We're shooting through the fence here. Tried a lot of different things this week. Try and bring you the best stream possible. We ask that you bear with us. I know Rob Lynch is working on the softball stream. We're working on the baseball one here to try and bring it to you. But this is kind of the best setup we could do at least for tonight. We'll try and adjust the camera. I'm Troy Stout. I'll be the one that's kind of in charge of everything here with still doing social distancing and all of that. That we may adjust that as the year goes on, but I know the Gilbert Tigers are really looking forward to things here, really looking forward to the season. I'll read off the Gilbert lineup here. Batting first will be Tucker Hansen playing left field. Nick Chasey will be DHing for Sam Vanderpool, who will be playing second base. Easton Johnson will be pitching. Jacob Popish playing shortstop. Eli Eldred playing first base. Owen Bloomhagen in center field. Jake Shadarwich is going to be your catcher behind the plate. We have Spencer Klatt playing third base. And Trey Hansen will be in right field. They don't announce lineups here. I don't know if you can hear in the background the PA system. Jen Stormeyer on the call there. So everybody will end up spreading out here. It's kind of the new normal. And I'll kind of pan out so you can see what's going on here a little bit. And we'll hold here for a minute for the national anthem. So being the home team, the Tigers will be on defense first here. And Easton Johnson had an excellent season last year. And I've got the names for Cole Franzen is at first base. Christian Haubicker, designated hitter. Carter Franzen, I hope I have those names right, wants to text it all and say how things are looking. It looks like we might have some buffering going on, and we'll try our best to keep that to a minimum. I know we've had some people that have helped out trying to get our stream going. So again, we'll do the best we can. Easton warms up. And here we go. All right, Gavin Malone will lead it off for the Cubs. Left-hander, again playing center fielder today. Johnson winds up for the first pitch of the season. And it is a strike. And if anybody wants to text in anything, number is 515-460-2309. Love to hear from you. Try and keep things going as best we can here. Count is 1-1. Johnson steps up. Malone steps out. And we'll try again here. Johnson delivers high and inside. Swing and a miss there from Malone. That's ball 2. Brings it to 2-2. And that's strike 3. Great way to start the season with a strikeout. And that'll bring up the second batter, Cale Franzen. Shortstop for the Nevada Cubs. Johnson's first pitch is low, ball 1. Johnson winds up, delivers high this time. That's 2-0. Johnson sets up again, needs to come up with a strike here, get the count back in line. That's inside, so that's 3-0. Want to dig out of a hole here. That one's inside too. So 4-pitch walk there for Johnson. First base runner of the night for the Cubs is a walk. So man on first. That'll bring Colin Memmer up. He's the second baseman for Nevada. First base tonight is Eldred for the Tigers. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Gets ahead in the count here after a 4-pitch walk. Runner takes off. Pitch out. Throw is not in time, so that's a stolen base by Cale Franzen. So runner in scoring position now for the Cubs. So 0-2 count, though, on the 3-hitter Colin Memmer. Memmer steps out of the box. Johnson resets. And we'll go through it again. Got our signals crossed a little bit here, and so Johnson calls Shidarwich out to talk. And we got another time as Franzen has decided he no longer needs his batting gloves. And that pitch is pretty good pitch just outside the zone. It'll bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball gets past Shidarwich. And so Franzen will advance to third on that. Two and two is your count. Runner at third base. Strike 3. Climb the ladder there. Able to get it past Franzen for the second out. 2 strikeouts for Johnson. Keaton Fry is the catcher for the Cubs. First pitch is a strike, right on that outside part of the plate. Easton winds up for the second pitch. That's strike 2. 0-2 count here. Trying to get out of the first inning unscathed. No runs given up. And that's strike 3. East Johnson strikes out the side. 1 walk, no runs, no hits. Coming up for the Tigers in the bottom of the first will be Tucker Hansen, Chasey, and Johnson. All right, here we are. Tucker Hansen will be leading off for the Tigers. Ball's outside. One and 0 to Tucker. Ball's on the outside corner. One and one's our count here. Tucker playing left field tonight. Ball's a little bit up. 2 and 1's the count. That one's outside 2, 3-1 count. Hitters count here for Tucker Hansen. See if we can get our first guy on board this year. That's a strike. 3-2 count. Franson just peppering that outside corner of the plate. He delivers. Tucker fouls it off. So with the rules for the year, the umpires aren't the ones that have the baseballs with them, so they need to wait to get one in from outside. And that's a walk. So Tucker gets on board. Tigers get their first person on board for the year. All right, so Nick Chasey comes up. Chasey not in the lineup tonight as far as defensively. Tucker gets a pretty good lead off of first base. And first one goes in for a strike. Second pitch, Chasey fouls off. Ball gets Nick gets a piece of one there, stays alive. Count still 1-2. Tucker's at second base. And the delivery. Another one fouled off over towards the softball players. It's one of the tricky parts here is that got a lot of fans. Fans can't be in the actual stands. So fans are kind of spread out along the fences, and especially over on the softball area, they're not really paying attention to the foul balls. Another one comes across, and that goes for ball 2. Just misses outside. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's outside as well. Another 3-2 count here. And the delivery, that gets a piece of that one and gets a piece of the catcher. Stays alive. We'll do the 3-2 count again. That one Chasey gets a piece of. Right to the shortstop. Tucker around. Moves Tucker to third base. And the 6-3 put out for Nevada for the first out of the inning. So I'll bring Easton Johnson to the plate here. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Looks like we've got about 50-some people watching. Johnson down 0-2 here. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. One's outside. That gets just by the pitcher. And Johnson legs out a single. That'll be a infield hit, kind of off the end of the bat, but it works. Brings in Tucker. So the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. That brings up Jacob Popish. And the delivery to Pop. Inside corner for a strike. On one count. Another inside pitch just gets by Popish, so down 0-2 again here. Johnson gets a lead over at first. Foul tip. And that'll be a strikeout. Tried to pick off Easton over at first, but did a good job of getting back. And 2 outs. That'll bring up Eli Eldred. See if we can get Easton in the frame here. Little dribbler off Easton's bat. Oh, and I think Eli might have taken that throw off the helmet that was off the mark. Johnson's going to come in. And so the close play at home there. Johnson's able to sneak in underneath. And Eldred advances to third.
Johnson comes in to score. Eldred now at third. At the plate, Owen Blumhagen.
So the Tigers capitalized there on an errant throw. The Veda coach having a little discussion with the umpire here. All right, so Tigers get their second run of the game on. It'll bring up 0-1 Blumhagen. Playing center field for the Tigers right now. Strike one to Owen. Swings through the first one. A foul tip there. for strike two. So another 0-2 count. Bottom of the first here. Owen Bloomhagen, 1-2 count. Eli Eldred on third base. That's strike three. So Tigers get.
One on base. First up for the Cubs at the top of the second, Youthy, Higgins, and Hobbe.
And that'll take us to the second inning here. All right, back here, Ross Youthy will take the bat for Nevada. First pitch swing, the shortstop, and he throws him out.
Youthy grounds out to
Popish with the play from shortstop.
Grant Higgins.
That'll bring up Grant Higgins, the first baseman for Nevada. First contact made by the Cubs against Easton. Starts off with an off speed. Outside to the lefty. It's 2-0 count now to Higgins. Johnson comes set, gets ready to deliver. And that one's fouled off. Count now 1-2. Nice off speed there. 2-2 count. And up to 3-2. Another pop up. This one's playable. And that is caught by Nope, not by Popish.
Higgins pops out to Klatt at third
Sorry, that's
base.
Spencer Klatt over at third base. Couldn't tell if that was Popish or Klatt.
Christian Hawbaker.
That was just in foul territory down the left side. So 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Starts off with a ball. This is Christian Hawbaker, the DH. One and one with that high fastball. That one's just a bit inside. So 2 balls and 1 strike. That one's high, 3 and 1. That's a 3 and 2 count. Lots of 3 and 2s tonight. Pitchers just kind of getting back in the swing of things. First game of the year, first game in a long time, first sport in a long time here in the state of Iowa and anywhere really. And that's strike 3. Got him looking.
Hawbaker goes down on strikes to bring it into the top of the second. Cubs scored no runs, no hits, left it on base. First up for the Tigers in the bottom of the second, Shadarowicz, Klatt, and Hansen.
So I'll bring up 7, 8, 9 for the Tigers. Shadarowicz, Klatt, and Hansen will be the 3 coming to the plate for the Tigers this inning to start us off. All right, Jake Shadarowicz up at the plate for the Tigers. Takes strike 1. Tigers up 2-0 on an infield single by Johnson and a run driven in by Eli Eldred on a kind of a goofy play, throwing air, close play at the plate. Johnson came in and was ruled safe. Shadarowicz down early here, 0-2. Nice. Ball's just outside. Really placed that one. Foul tip. That gets away from the catcher, so. Really good spot again, just on that outside corner. Sidarwich goes down on strikes.
Starwich goes down swinging. Now batting third baseman,
And that'll bring up
Spencer Platt.
Spencer Klatt, playing third base today. That ball's outside. Spencer. Big cut there by Spencer. And that's strike three.
Hansen.
We'll bring up Trey Hansen. That's strike one to Trey. Has it and throws out Hansen over at first. This time it'll be the pitcher Carter Franzen, Jordan Barrett, and I'm sorry, it'll be Barrett, Betting in Malone, 891. Come to the plate here. You're playing left field tonight. All right, so that's strike one. Said he did give the attempt. Another swing and goes off Shadarowitz's uniform there. Little self-defense swing there that he gets fouled off. So count is 0-2. All right, so I believe that is
Fielder Carter Betting.
4 strikeouts for Easton Johnson tonight. That'll bring up the 9-hitter Carter Beving. And first pitch is in the dirt. So 1 ball, 1 strike to go along with 1 out. Johnson winds up. Nice breaking ball. Having thought about it, but decides to hold back. Two balls and 1 strike. That one's up in the air, down the line. Drifting foul and gathered in. Gathered in right field by Trey Hansen for the 2nd out of the inning. I apologize, I wasn't gathered in. Just off his glove, I guess. Hard to see out there in the sun. So 2-2 count. Easton winds up. Delivers low, so that'll bring another 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Strike 3. Breaking ball. Brushed him off the plate for out number 2. And here comes center fielder Gavin Malone, who struck out his first time at bat, first at bat of the game. Johnson shakes off about 4 different pitches, comes in with a breaking ball, and that comes back at the screen right at us here. That brings no balls, 1 strikes. Johnson has 42 pitches so far in the game. Pitch counts play a big, big role in today's varsity baseball. It used to be innings. Now it's number of pitches. That's strike 2. That one's kind of a giveaway pitch, 1-2. Here comes Johnson. Ooh, nice first hit of the game for the Tigers. Wasn't a bad pitch, kind of low and inside. Good job of staying with it by Malone and driving one out. That'll bring up Cale Franson. He's the only base runner up to this point for Nevada. Got on a base and balls. No balls, no strikes. Malone takes off. Foul ball. So that'll bring Malone back to first. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Tigers looking to get to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here. Pickoff attempt over to first. So 0-1. Nice pitch down on the outside. That went a little low. So it'll bring 1-1. Another attempt over at first. Malone able to get back. Runner goes again. Throw not in time. That's a hard get and throw by Jake. Pitch was outside, had to gather it in, throw across his body. Malone got a good jump here too. So 2-1. Tigers up 2-0, top of the third inning. Outside again. Brings the count to 3-1 here. Cale Franzen walked last time, looking to get on base again here. Calls time again. Trying to throw off Johnson's pace a little bit here. Throw him off his game a little bit. Get him a little uncomfortable. And that breaking ball's in the dirt, so second base runner, second time for a walk for Cale Franzen.
Franzen walks. Now at the plate, second baseman Colin Memmer.
That'll bring up Colin Memmer, who struck out his last time up. And it'll also bring a visit from Brett Delger, the kind of the pitching coach for the Tigers here. So force play at any bag for the Tigers. Got Malone at second base, and Franzen just walked.
A reminder that baseball this summer is a gift to our players. Please do your part by social distancing, being patient, and working together to make sure the gift is not wasted.
All right. So here comes Memmer to the plate. Johnson delivers. That one's fouled off. Timed out pretty well by Memmer there. Thanks again for tuning in. Heard from a few people. We got, I think, a new high of 62 people watching right now. That one's low, brings the count to 1-1. The scoreboard has it wrong. The first one was a foul ball. 1-1 is the count. Ooh, got shots into the dugout. Nobody's in the dugout except for the coaches. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And ends the threat. All right, so that'll bring up the Tigers in the bottom of the third.
The Cubs scored no runs on 1 hit, left 2 on base. First up for the Tigers in the bottom of the third, it's Hanson, Chasey, and Johnson.
So top of the order, Hanson, Chasey, Johnson will be coming up for the All right, 1-1 count to Hanson. That'll be a 1-2 now. He kind of fists one out to the shortstop. This is going to be a play because Hanson can fly, and he, with the bobble, he easily beats that out. I'd probably give that a single. Didn't come off the bat hard at all, but
Hanson, safe at first.
I don't even know with a clean play if he would have been able to get him.
Chasey.
So that'll bring up Chasey. Tucker scored the first run of the game for the Tigers. Left-hander to left-hander here. And Franzen goes inside. And that hits Chasey. So the first two runners on board.
Chasey hit by the pitch. At the plate for the Tigers, the pitcher, Easton Johnson.
And that'll bring up Easton. Easton had just kind of off the end of the bat that just got past the pitcher, ends up in no man's land, got a single, drove in the first run. Now he's got an opportunity with first and second, nobody out. That one's high. Tucker's kind of a little bit, nope, that goes past the third baseman, so that'll actually score a couple. Oh, you got the ball. So we'll have a little conversation between the umpires here. The ball was thrown. The ball was bobbled. And then looked to gather it up and tag Chasey out.
Hanson comes in to score. Chasey out at home.
And so Chasey will be out. And Tucker's in there, so the score will now be 3-1. Excuse me, 3-0, apologize. That ball's low and inside. Not exactly sure how there's only one ball. Easton hits one a mile high down the first base side. It's drifting. It is gathered in. So that's the second out of the inning.
Johnson flies out to Memmer. Now batting the shortstop, Jacob Popish.
Popish fists one down the first baseline. Foul, just foul. So 0-1 count to Jacob Popish. That one's high and outside. 1-1 count now. Outside for ball two. Strike two, curveball there that fooled Popish. And strike three. So a hit batter. Throw out at home plate.
into the
1
third.
run scored.
The Tigers scored 1 run on 1 hit, left men on base. First up for the Cubs.
And that'll bring us to the top of the 4th inning. So I'll bring up Keaton Fry for the Cubs. Struck out last time, his first at bat. Inside corner for a strike. That one's low and inside. So 1-1 count. Easton Johnson working the top of the 4th inning. Tigers leading 3-0. Scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. That one's low, 2-1 count. That one gets kind of fisted out there. Thrown out. Nice play, nice dig there by Eli Eldred at first base. So 6-3. Popish to Eldred, first out of the inning.
Fry grounds out to Popish, which brings to the plate third baseman Ross Youthy.
Bring Youthy, he went 6-3 last time up. Youthy again playing third base. Fouls one straight back. Little delay in the game as on-deck batters can't go get those this year with safety rules. And again, I mentioned it's a little different here at the park. They're basically all around the dugouts are roped off. No fans can be in between the dugouts on the bleachers. Everybody has to bring their own camping chair. There's a strike. So 0-2 count. Johnson winds up, delivers, it's a strike, and Shadarowitz digs the ball out of the dirt and tags Youthy for
Youthy goes down
the
for
strikeout.
strikes. Now at the plate, number 8, Grant Higgins.
So I think I got 9 strikeouts on the night for Johnson. That's ball 1. That one's a strike. So 1-1 count here on Grant Higgins. He flew out down the third base line last time. There goes a foul ball towards the softball players. So that'll be, I believe it's a 1-2 count. Breaking ball gets him, and that'll end the inning. That one was wicked. All right. So for the Tigers coming up in the bottom half, it'll be Eldred, Bloomhagen, and Shadarowitz. Maybe hear Mrs. Schnormeyer. Jen Schnormeyer in the background doing the announcing. That puts Easton Johnson at 64 pitches for the game.
Now batting, number 27, Eli Eldred.
Eldred hits one to short, trying to leg it out. And they get him by a step. So one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Owen Bloomhagen up to bat. On that outside part. Really give it on the outside, again, to both pitchers, but that is definitely open. Not that much, though. 1-1 count to Owen. One and two. And Owen goes down on strikes.
Bloomhagen down on strikes, which brings
That's two outs.
catcher,
Cutter Franzen is pitching a pretty good game as well. 57 pitches through 3 2/3 here for him. He's got 6 strikeouts. Shadarowitz wears that one.
hit by the pitch.
And so he'll go to first base with 2 down.
At the plate will be the third baseman, Spencer Klatt.
That'll also bring in John Hart
And
to.
then for Shadarowicz, number 22, Johnny Hart.
Johnny Hart will run at first base. 2 down. Ball in the dirt, and Johnny takes advantage. Able to get to second base. So runner in scoring position for Spencer here. See if he can tack another run onto that 3-run lead. That's ball 2. It's late call there, but 2 balls and 1 strike now. Three and 1. Good hitters count here. Probably looking fastball. Anything through the infield should score Johnny. And that's ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a walk. We'll have a mound visit here for Nevada.
Coming to the plate will be number 3, Trey Hansen.
So Trey Hansen grounded out to the second baseman last time. All right, no pitching change yet. So Trey will step up to the plate. Little dribbler. And that'll be just a step on third base play to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, 2 left on base for the Tigers as we enter the 5th inning.
Johnny Hart out at third base, bringing it into the 4th inning. The Tigers scored.
All right, Christian Hawbaker, the DH. Struck out in his only at-bat so far tonight. Tigers up 3-0. First pitch. Inside in the dirt from Easton. One ball, no strikes. Top of the fifth inning. That one low as well. 2-0. That one's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one's fouled off. Out of play. 2-2. Easton works his way back. And that's strike 3. Little foul tip, but Shadarwich able to contain it, catch it in the mitt, and that counts as a strikeout. Here comes Carter Franzen.
At the plate, number 18, Jordan Barrett.
I'm sorry. That was Carter. Sorry, this is Jordan Barrett. That was Carter Franzen that was up last. My bad. Who had also struck out. Nice curveball there, but Jordan Barrett holds off. Strike 2. And that'll be strike. Sorry, that was strike 2. My bad. I am all sorts of mixed up this half inning. That one's fouled off. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Johnson winds up, delivers. That one's right down the pipe. Strike 3.
Barrett out on strikes. At the plate now, the right fielder, Carter Betting.
And here comes the 9-hitter, Carter Betting. Swings through that one. Pitch down the first base side, foul. So 0-2 count. Lots of options here for Easton. Low and outside in the dirt. Not a bad pitch there. See if we can get him to chase. Nice pitch. What a breaking ball. Great breaking ball that froze him.
Batting out on strikes to bring it into the top of the fifth. No runs, no hits, and none left on for the Cubs. First up for the Tigers in the bottom of the fifth.
I got, I believe, 14 strikeouts for Easton Johnson on the night. Great evening for him. No runs given up. 1 hit. Nevada will have the top of the order up coming up in the top of the 6th. Tigers lead at 3-0 coming into the bottom of the 5th. All right, Tucker will start us off here in the top of the, bottom of the 5th. Tucker's walked and had a base hit so far. That one is way outside. Want to know. But Franz has been pretty efficient so far, throwing 65 pitches. Got a little bit of trouble in a few innings, but able to stop the bleeding, so to speak. Tucker puts a flare out to right, and a beautiful catch, laying out and catching it right on the line.
Hanson out on a nice play by Betting in right field.
Great play by Betting to dive and lay out for that.
Chasey.
That'll bring up Nick Chasey. Nick has a ground out and hit by pitch so far today. It's a strike on the inside. Oh, that one goes inside too. Didn't quite hit him. So Chasey will get back in there. He's got 2 balls, 1 strike. This count. That one's outside. Three and 1 hitters count here. Right across the plate, that brings the count to 3 and 2. And strike 3.
Chasey out on strikes.
So I'll bring up
Now batting the pitcher, Easton Johnson.
Easton Johnson, who had a little tapper, brought in the first run of the game, and then flew out. A high fly ball. That ball's high. Two balls, no strikes. Little dribbler to the left side. And third baseman can't quite handle it. That'll be an error, but gets a base runner for the Tigers.
Johnson's safe at first. At the plate, number 11, Jacob Popish.
All right, Popish comes to the plate. 2 outs for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th. They're leading 3-0. Popish fouls one off. And that one hits Popish. So 2 base runners suddenly for the Tigers.
Popish hit by the pitch. At the plate, number 27, Eli
So you've got
Aldred.
Popish on first. And Easton Johnson on second. Let's see what happens here. All right. Franzen will stay in the game to face the freshman, Eli Aldred. Takes strike 1. Popish with a pretty good lead off of first base. Nobody there holding him. Aldred fouls one off. 0-2 count. Runner's going on an 0-2. And that'll end the threat and end the inning.
Strikes to bring it into the 5th. Tigers scored no runs on no hits and left 2 on base. First up for the Cubs in the top of the 6th, Malone, Franzen, and Memmer. Lineup changes for the Tigers. Into pitch, number 25, Ty Paul. Number 10, Easton Johnson moves to third, and number 13, Spencer Klatt moves to second base.
All right, we're back at the game here. Tigers make a pitching change. Johnson's done for the night. We got number 25, Paul, pitching for the Tigers. Johnson moves to third.
Now batting for Nevada, center fielder Gavin Malone.
So top of the order is up here. Gavin Malone had a hit last inning. And Ty Paul here, pitch for the Tigers. Nice pitch right in the outside corners for strike one. Gets ahead early. That one's in the dirt. 1-1 count. So strikeout and a base rip for Malone. 9 o'clock. Beautiful evening here at the ballpark. Again, wind has died down. Still a little bit of a breeze coming from the south-southwest. Cooled off nicely, too. That ball's outside. We got a 2-2 count now. That one gets away from Paul. Good get there by Shed. Three-two count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Nice little off speed there. Gets him. So that'll bring up Cale Franzen, who has not gotten out yet tonight. Walked both times. Little bouncer here. I believe that's Spencer Klatt that's moved over there. And makes the play. Yep, so Klatt moved to second. I believe Vanderpool then came out of the game. Tough play over at first, a little squibber. Pappas tried to get it out, just beat it. So that's only the second hit, I believe, of the night for the Cubs. Two down here in the top of the sixth inning. Pitch there, ball just outside. Paul comes set. Drive to the hole. Easton Johnson does knock it down, fires over. Able to get it. And another funny thing you see, Eli is just used to rolling the ball back to the pitcher's mound, but you can't use, everybody has to bring their own baseballs this year. Here comes Mr. Becker.
How you doing, Mr. Becker?
All right, here we are. Bloomhagen leading off the inning. Count is 1-0. Deveda makes a pitching change. I'm not exactly sure who's on the mound. Sorry about that. Two and 0 to Bloomhagen. Tigers are hoping this will be the last time they have to bat tonight. That's a strike, 2-1. Strike 2 to Bloomhagen. Bloomhagen gets a little something on it. That one will go foul. All right, 2-2 count. Bloomhagen again at bat. That one goes behind him. And so that'll bring up a full count here. That one's outside, so Bloomhagen draws the walk. First time he's been on base tonight.
Bloomhagen is walked. Now batting
Up next is Jake Shadarwich, and he's so far struck out and got hit by pitch. Little mound visit again. Takes 0-1 is your count. Making a pretty decent lead and going to push him over. Nice job of advancing the runner there by Shadarwich.
the plate, second baseman Spencer Klatt.
That one gets away from the catcher. Bloomhagen will move over to third. Ball 1 to Klatt. Klatt ready for the next pitch. That one's low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. Ooh, that one almost got him. Takes the walk, though. That'll give the Tigers first and third one-out. Trey Hansen up to
Klatt
bat.
is walked. Now batting number 3.
Second
Trey
walk of the
Hansen.
night for Spencer Klatt. That one's going to get away from the catcher again. That'll bring in Bloomhagen. And tried to stretch over to third is Spencer Klatt. Calls him out at third. Pretty close play there. But the Tigers get one more run.
Bloomhagen comes in to score. Klatt thrown out at third.
So 4-0 now, or 4-0 now, Tigers. That one's high to Trey. And catcher's got to run back and get him because the on-deck people can't. There's a strike. Scoreboard has a count at 1-1. I'm pretty sure it's at least 2-1. Trade tonight, grounded out to second and to third. There's a strike. I think our count's 2-2. Oh, maybe they've got 1-2. I don't know. That one goes off Trey. Hit by pitch, and he'll be on board. That'll bring up Tucker Hansen. Throw down to second base. Ball was there in time, but couldn't quite hold on to it. So Trey will get a stolen base.
Trey Hansen now standing on second, and at the plate, left fielder Tucker Hansen.
Tucker with an RBI opportunity here. Ball gets away. Trey gets to third base. 2 balls, no strikes to Tucker. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Tiger Baseball Field. That's outside, 3-0. This, barring anything strange happening, this will be the last year the Tigers play at this field. The other field across the way is, I don't know, 90% of the way done. There's some grass growing over there. There's a strike, 3-1 now. Little something happened between Tucker and the umpire there. Tucker might have disagreed with the call, maybe. That one goes off of Tucker's head.
Hansen hit by the pitch. Now batting the DH, Nick Chasey.
All right, so Tucker's on a hit by pitch. Hit him in the helmet. It looks like he's perfectly fine. Catcher goes out to talk to his pitcher a little bit. We've got first and third. Tucker Hansen on first, Trey Hansen on third. Nick Chasey at the plate. And Tucker will go. That's strike one. Nick so far is ground out, hit by pitch, and a strikeout. That one's right down Broadway. Chasey fouls it back. Hits over by the concession stand, which is not open. One's outside. And off the hands there, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the sixth, or excuse me, bottom of the 6th. Losing my mind here. It's not unusual that I talk to myself 3 hours in a row, though. One-two pitch. That one's on Broadway, and JC fouls it off over third base fence again. And we'll stay 1-2. And rinse and repeat. Same thing again. 1-2. That one's in the dirt. Tucker's going to come in. He'll score. Excuse me, that's Trey, my bad. So to 5-0. Tucker advances to third, and 2-2 count. JC lifts one out to center. Tough play, and it won't get made. And he gets to second on it. That ball just kind of landed in no man's land. So JC gets a single, well, a double actually. And brings in a run.
JC safe at second. Hansen comes in to score, and now batting the third baseman, Easton Johnson.
So Easton Johnson will get a chance to pitch or to hit here still. Had an excellent night on the mound. Somewhere around 13 or 14 strikeouts. I'm just kind of marking things down on paper as I go here, so somewhere around there. It's Kale from Johnson with a 1-1 count here. That's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Johnson. Stay 1-2. That one. And still 1-2. Gets him. That's the end of the inning. That'll bring up the top of the 7th.
Johnson strikes out to bring it into the 6th. The Tigers scored 3 runs on 1 hit and left 1 on base. First up for the Cubs in the top of the 7th, Youthy, Higgins, and Hawbaker.
All right, top of the 7th here. Tigers lead 6-0. Paul looking to finish out the game here for the Tigers.
Now batting number 17, Ross Youthy.
And strike 1 there. Nice outside corner pitch. Ross Youthy is the batter here. Went shortstop and struck out last time. A little off speed again. 1-1 count though. Two. That one hits him. First runner is on base.
Youthy hit by the pitch. Now batting first baseman, Grant Higgins.
First pitch there is a strike. It's Grant Higgins, who I have flying out to third. And striking out. And so now he's down 0-2. Strike three. Nice job by Paul. This brings up Christian Hawbaker.
Higgins out on strikes. Now batting number 27, Carter Franzen.
Yeah, I'm off again. I don't know how. I think we actually, what happened is we killed the DH, so. So Carter Franzen, I know he batted last time. He's going to lay down a bunt. That'll be 2 down.
Franzen out at first. Now batting left fielder Jordan Barrett.
So 2 down. Tigers looking to close out the game here. Runner on second. Six nothing lead. Well, there's a flare out to the right center gap. That will score 1. So Jordan Barrett has an RBI single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th here. Excuse me, bottom of the top of the 7th. Holy cow.
Barrett's hit to the outfield brings in Youthy. Now at the plate, the catcher Carter Beving.
And that'll end the game. Ground out to Clad at second base. All right, we're not going to stick around here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll try and get a schedule out for when else we're going to be doing games here.